Good afternoon to those listening. It's August 26, 2026, 5:16 p.m. And just right off the bat, again, this video and the other videos are just for entertainment purposes only. No need to get all worked up and wishing that the FBI comes knocking on my door. That's not very nice. This is just something that anybody could look into to see. They always do their little rituals and sacrifices, especially before eclipses, so it's not like it's a secret anyway. But I just wanted to show you something else. Abracadabra, I am Mr. Black. Put out a comment here, searching maybe to research esoteric traditions or distinct cultures that observe 7 days of mourning for people that have passed. Historical figures. And which historical figures were recorded? Okay. I didn't do that part, but I did do the other half. So I got that now for the search. But here's some interesting things I thought was kind of interesting. Cultures and traditions observing the 7-day mourning period. And, there's some, but the main one is Judaism and Shiva. And then this one, they said, it's usually 49, but it's like multiples of 7. Hinduism, all these. But the main one, and then there was Buddhists. They do a 7-day ritual. But the main one that I think was the most interesting, or at least had to look into more, is the Shiva one, which I think Shiva, when you think of Shiva, what do you think of? You think of CERN. And we know all about CERN, right? So I looked into news about CERN, and there just happens to be one story today about news from CERN. Positrons pass test for the future circular collider. So I didn't look into it yet, but let's go ahead and read a little more. This was today. So an experiment use novel technology to demonstrate the feasibility of the positron source concept for the proposed future circular collider. I wonder if that's what they're going to be turning on in 4 years. We know they shut down on June 29th, and they're supposed to be down for 4 years. And then, of course, we have all the talk about the Mandela effect that they caused. And now, some of the Mandela effects are reversing back to original. We had time speeding up, but now that CERN shut down, then time is slowing back down again. Yeah. Oh, look at this. 91-kilometer research infrastructure. That's a 10. We've seen lots of 10s with the Dolly and Tim Curry. The dates. 1946 equals 1010. 2026 equals 10. We got a lot of 10s going on. So is there anything about this that means anything? Future circular collider. Important milestone. Anything important about this? The proton's made up of quarks and gluons. They would collide electrons and antimatter partners, positrons, which are elementary particles. Elementary. Not sure if this has anything to do with it. You guys can pause and read if you need to. I don't want to make a long video longer. But let's go back into the other thing. 2028. CERN Council expected to be in a position to take a decision on the FCC in 2028. Interesting. But going back to the Shiva, it's a mandatory 7-day. And just so you know, in Judaism, it's a 7-day mandatory mourning period. And deep spiritual, communal, and cultural significance. 7 is used. We had the mourning period of Joseph and Job. And then here's what Wikipedia says about it. The ritual is referred to as sitting Shiva. Okay, all of this is new to me. So this one says the period lasts for 7 days following the burial. Okay. It's supposed to be for parents, siblings, spouses, and children of the person who has passed. So this one is after the burial, though. Then we got biblical accounts. Stages. Again, you can pause to read. I don't want to make this super long. Somebody mentioned that there's a Jewish holiday today, I think. I'm not positive of that. Mirrors. Cover mirrors. Interesting. Sitting Shiva refers to the act of sitting on low stools during times of mourning. Modeled after the book of Job. Interesting. Again, I don't want to make this longer than we have to because I wanted to look at historical figures in the 7-day mourning period. And again, it says the parents, siblings, children, spouse has the significance of the 7 days. And then historical figures was Joseph and Moses. And we had Job earlier. But I don't see any. I wonder if there's. Let me look up one more thing. How interesting. So I put in celebrities, music artists, or political figures. And the first one. Wow. So that one came up right away. Look who's second on the list. So I didn't know that CK had a 7-day mourning period. Is that it? Is that the only 3 we get? This was Kenya there, but I don't remember it. When I looked this up before, I didn't see CK being part of a 7-day thing, but apparently there it is. Such up order going on the day, 7-day. Interesting. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We got another story. I remember some people were talking about this. They were saying that Dolly Parton got more time than CK or Lindsey Graham. Isn't that funny? Not funny, but strange. And CK passed September 10th, one day before September 11th, which is coming up again very soon. Lindsey Graham had 2 days. I know if a president passed, they can be 10 days. So it looks like 4 days for CK from the 10th sunset till September 14th. Interesting, though, isn't it? Interesting. How about Pope Francis? 5 days? Interesting. All right, I don't want to make this any longer, but there's some stuff about that. More interesting things, weird to say the least. Thanks for watching. God bless.